Hi everyone, following on from the last video, Ethan's not wrong, he has got part of his brain that is missing, which I just thought I'd touch up on. The part of his brain that is missing is the pituitary gland, which is, your pituitary gland is a small pea-sized endocrine gland located at the base of your brain. Releases several important hormones and controls the function of many other endocrine glands. It's often referred to as the master gland as it controls a lot of important hormones. But for Ethan, he hasn't got this pituitary stalk. The stalk of the pituitary gland is absent, and the anterior part of his gland is lying within the bony cavity called the fossa, which is not connected to any part of his brain. And the posterior part of the gland is stuck to the underside of his brain, which normally would hang by the stalk. And he has got fluid-filled cavities in the middle of his brain. So he does take a mixture of medications to control the main hormone which is missing, which is the cortisol that he cannot produce, which is the receptor optic dysplasia. With that condition comes many other hormone deficiencies that he lacks in. He's had this from a very young age. He was a premature baby and was diagnosed with this around 2 weeks old. It's very important that he gets these medications, especially the cortisol, which is a steroid replacement. Kind of a stress hormone, which is fight or flight. If he was to have an accident and break a bone, his body cannot produce enough of this cortisol stress hormone to help him fight what's going on with his body. Same with day-to-day life. So it's very important that he takes this. With this condition, he's got, like I say, a lot of other issues, which is like sleep disorder, diabetes insipidus, microcephaly. He's recently been diagnosed as autistic. I've always known he's been autistic from a very young age. I've had to fight for years to get this diagnosed. We finally got it diagnosed. We couldn't be much happier that we now have got it diagnosed. We now have answers for a lot of the unexplained behaviours, the way he acts, the obsessions with some things. He loves aliens, space, planets. He's very interested in spirits and ghosts. He could give you very, very detailed descriptions about these. Ethan is here, hiding in the background. There he is.
Hi guys.
You wanting to talk? Come on then, Bob.
My name's not Bob. Hi guys, and I'm going to talk about my medicines. So there's one called melatonin. I have talked about that one in the last video. It helps me sleep, and I have an injection, and I I have to have it every night. It's to help me grow. And I also have a medicine that goes in my milk, and that's what is it for?
That's the steroid hormone, which is hydrocortisone.
Yeah.
That's the main important one.
Yes, that's the most important one. And it. What does it do?
It helps you function. It helps your body grow. There's a lot of factors around this one particular medication. It's to keep you healthy.
Yeah, and also to keep me alive.
It is, yeah. If you didn't take that medication, he would go into adrenal crisis. Not straight away, but slowly over time. If his body didn't have enough of this medication, as his body cannot produce this hormone, his body would slowly just shut down and go into adrenal crisis. What else do you take?
Desmomel.
You have Desmomel, which controls fluid balance.
And it's called my levothyroxine.
He has levothyroxine.
And what does that do?